I'm here at the Women's and Babies Hospital, and I am here for the Women's Expressions Event 2013, and I am so delighted that all these beautiful baby clothes can be grouped together. This is Bertha Drukenbrod, who is also known as Birdie's beautiful baby dress. It is her picture there, which was taken by a professional photographer on Duke Street, and also a tiny little shoe pressed flat, along with a little card that says, "With love, Merry Christmas for my littlest baby," and a few other sketches of her hands and feet that give some indication as to what she's gone through. And what happened to her was she was premature. She was born prematurely on September 16th, 1911. She was born at home, which was a cabin in Lancaster City. She lived around North Street, which is down near South Duke, she told me. So at the time that my daughter was born, I was volunteering at a church program for St. James Church called Thursday Lunch, and that is where I met Birdie. I went and volunteered every Thursday, even though I was still working. I was working in Lancaster City, but my employers let me take off Thursday so that I could go to the luncheon program. I met Birdie, we talked, we connected. She was a delightful woman, and one day she just said to me, how much the connection meant to her. It really meant a lot. So after my child was born, I went back to volunteering there. I stayed home with my child, but I went back to volunteering at the program. I connected up with Birdie again. We talked, we laughed, we joked. She was fascinated with the fact that my daughter was born prematurely, because she shared that she was also. And she was born in 1911, and my daughter was 1985. We immediately built the connection. So one day, she said to me, "I want to give you my clothes, my preemie clothes. I have two brothers, and I don't think they'd want something like that." I was completely shocked, because first of all, I didn't realize she'd been born premature. And second of all, I wouldn't see why she would want to give these clothes to me. But I think we had built a connection. I learned later she didn't have any daughters. She had no children. So this was her way of imparting a little part of herself to me and sharing the miracle of her birth with others. So one day she came and she had a box, and there were the preemie clothes. I was so touched. I took the clothes and immediately got them framed and put them on a wall in my daughter's bedroom. And now my daughter is married, and she's living in another state. And so I think it may be time to share Birdie's legacy with others, her dress. This is the dress that she had here. It is obviously very simple, since they were a very simple family. They didn't have much, but they had a lot of love. And you can see that the little jacket is crocheted. There's handwork on the bottom. There are little pantaloons underneath, and the pantaloons have lace on them. There's some pretty fancy socks. The socks look like they might have been machine made, so I didn't even know they had those back then, tipped with pink. It was adorable. Here you see her picture. She's sitting and looking beautiful for the photographer. She's wearing a different dress, but she looks so tiny. And she's about 1.5 years old in that picture, but look how tiny she looks. Like any other preemie, she looks smaller than her years, but she has a very wise face. In this little box here, you see her shoe, which is flattened, along with all the measurements. You see a tiny measurement of her foot, and it says, of course, "With love from Miss Hatch." And you can see some of the measurements here that are written in pencil on the cards. I'm delighted to be able to share these things with everyone, and also to be part of the entire Women's Expression event, and to be placed in a case, these things placed in a case with the Conestoga Stitchers, who are such amazing artists. And I think it is a beautiful thing that something like this looks good in there, fits in well with them, and I'm delighted to be able to have the opportunity to share Birdie with you.